Hey guys, Ryan Nagy again. How you doing? I was getting ready to sit down and do yet another video blog about the stuff with the service marks and some censorship and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, I got to remember to take my own advice and not get too wrapped up in the stuff. As a lot of you know, I do a lot of different stuff online. I create conferences and workshops. I do online conferences in psychology. I sell digital downloads, do a little coaching and consulting from time to time. And I was thinking, more and more, I want to get back into doing work directly with friends and fans of the Feldenkrais method. So whether you're a person just taking some classes, whether you're a student in a training program, whether you're an assistant trainer or a full-time practitioner, a part-time practitioner, I'm really curious if you'd be willing to share with me, what is it that you want from all this stuff? So what is it that you want from the Feldenkrais method? Or if you remember my video from a couple of days ago, what is it that you want to create? It doesn't have to be anything big or major. A lot of the stuff that I use is Apple Computer. I have a laptop and I have an iPhone and all that kind of stuff. And I remember reading just recently a book about Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, and also seeing some videos. And it was really interesting because in his early years, his goals were very small. He created the first Apple computer, or there wasn't an Apple at that time. And he said this flat out, he wanted to create cool stuff for his friends. And I'm not quite sure I believed him, but when I really believed him was when he said that he was really looking to impress his friends at this homebrew computer club, So he had this idea of creating a computer he had in his mind. He wanted to impress his friends. It worked pretty well, and then he and his friend Steve Wozniak, they said, this is great, we want to get it out into the world, right? And so you might think, well, then they just went out and started Apple Computer. And actually, no. What they did is they went to Atari, and then later on to, I think it was Hewlett Packard, because both of them were working at these different companies, and said, hey, we got this great computer, we think you should build it. And both the companies said no. And then, Jobs said to Woz, it's like, hey, we got this computer we want to create. They're not going to do it. We got to do it ourselves, man. We're going to have to build a company. And so that's how Apple Computer came about. So, they had this vision. They had something that they wanted, and things didn't work out, and they kept moving towards that vision. So I'm curious, what is it that you want to create with the Feldenkrais method? Or if you do other things, there's a lot of people doing Feldenkrais method in somatic experience, or Feldenkrais in dance, or somatic experiencing, or whatever it may be for you. What is it that you want to create? And I'm wondering if you'd be willing just to take a few seconds and put a comment down below, whether you're watching me on YouTube or if you're seeing this at ryannagy.com/Feldenkrais. Would you take a few seconds and just jot down a few things? Would you tell me what it is that you want from all this stuff? That's fine. I can wait. Or you can press pause. Because I want to sort of focus my blog posts and my video blog posts on things that people want to have make happen. If you could give me an idea of what that is, it would really help me focus my efforts. Go ahead. You don't even have to put your real name down if you don't want to. You can put a fake name and fake email address down. Or if you don't want to do that, there's a contact form on ryannagy.com, multiple contact forms. You can just send me an email directly to me. And then, having done that, so you have this goal, you have this thing that you want to create. What stopped you, or what are some frustrations, or maybe you've reached that first goal already. A lot of us have, and now you want to create the second goal. So maybe you can answer, what's that second goal, and what's your biggest frustration about that? It's really hard to look directly at a computer without talking. Anyway, if you could take a few minutes to do that, that would be great. I really want to focus what I'm doing more on what you guys, I know what I want, I know where I'm going. I've created a nice platform for me here to get out my ideas, to get the Feldenkrais method in the hands of more people. It's been very exciting for me. It's cool to put something out there and to have people buying it on a regular basis, downloading it on a regular basis, getting emails and someone says, hey, you know what, I canceled my daughter's TMJ surgery because your sessions helped, or my back pain's gone away, or thank you for sharing all this historical stuff. Someone sent me a really nice long email just yesterday saying, Ryan, I resonate with you. I'm on the same wavelength. Thanks for sharing that information, because I felt like there was something strange or something wrong with the Feldenkrais community, and now I'm kind of understanding what that is. So, I could project on you what I think you want, but I really don't know. And by the way, for those of you that are Feldenkrais practitioners, or mind-body studies, they are Feldenkrais practitioners. Now, Banyal practitioners are Feldenkrais practitioners. I'm sorry, they may not own the service marks, but they do good work. But there's this perennial question in the Feldenkrais community about how do we get this stuff out there? How do we get more people to know about it? Well, take a step back and think about what I'm doing here. Right? I'm getting feedback from you about what you want, so I can frame what I'm doing in a way that's pleasing to you, so I can create things that you want. I once spent, I spent a pretty penny one time getting a internet marketing guru to answer a question of mine about my products. One of my products that I was thinking in my head. He's like, hey man, I don't think anybody wants to buy that. Who do you know that wants to buy that? Have you asked them? And I'm like, no. So that's really a good strategy, and maybe I can teach you some more, some of this. But a lot of my psychotherapy conferences, they do very well because me and my partner Rob McNeely, we have a really good idea of what psychotherapists want, what they want. There's big topics like depression, how to treat depression, how to treat trauma, how to treat anxiety, right? Those are the big three that people get in their practice on a regular basis. So we can target our, what we create to what would help a practitioner in, a psychotherapist. So I'm curious, what is it that you want? What has been your biggest frustration? If you could take a few minutes and put that down for me, that'd be really great. Like I said, do it directly on the blog post or on YouTube. Do it via email. Send me an anonymous email. But again, remember what I said before, respect the ecosystem, all right? I've been very hostile and angry in the past. I am largely over that. That's what I tell myself. But, keep it positive. So, all right, if you can do that, that'd be great. And I will see you in a future video. Bye-bye.